Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Minor Issues Podcast. I'm Mark Thornton at the Mises Institute. Well, while we're waiting for the Fed's destruction of our economy to materialize, I thought we'd take the week off, so to speak, and look at what really does fix the world, what really does improve the world, and that's entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs have made the world we live in, and they can fix the world we live in. And I was reading the small business section of the Wall Street Journal, the October 5th edition, and I came across a nice story about the hometown show based in Laurel, Mississippi. Two young people, Aaron and Ben Napier, moved back to their hometown and started working on renovations and fixing up places and redecorating real estate in that town. It's not unlike the show that Chip and Joanna Gaines have, Fixer Upper in Waco, Texas, or Michael and Ashley Cordroy in Galveston, Texas, and their great show called Restoring Galveston, where just two people, a couple who have pride in their hometown, move back and try to fix things up, essentially, restore things. And they've actually made a much bigger impact than I think they could have ever imagined. And a lot of that has to do with their successful TV series based on the work that they've done. The other articles in that episode have to do with artificial intelligence's impact on entrepreneurship, the pros and cons of starting a business later in life, life in the cannabis industry, things of that nature, not really very helpful to what's actually ailing us in terms of our economy. But I think these three couples, and in particular the Napiers in Laurel, Mississippi, have a lot to tell us. They started only a few years ago. He was a woodworker, she was an interior designer, and they set out to make a life for themselves by helping their hometown. And over the next few years, what they've seen is a reduction in unemployment in a very poor area in Mississippi, all sorts of new jobs, and even a lot of new tax revenues. The town that they stepped back into, Laurel, Mississippi, was definitely down in the dumps, the economic dumps. A lot of jobs had already left. A lot of people had left. Their school district was graded an F, and there was absolutely no activity in downtown Laurel, Mississippi. And of course, they started small, they had a vision, and in a very short period of time, they've positively impacted over 100 homes in this area. They've started a television show. They've created a tourist industry that did not previously exist. Tax revenues are up from what was a dying city. They've set up new businesses in their hometown. Other shops and businesses have been set up based on the tourist trade, and existing shops have received a shot in the arm in terms of new business. And even a minority business has been opened in downtown Laurel in what is, at least considered by the Wall Street Journal, a racially divided city. So that's really entrepreneurs going to work, and in this case, in an isolated area where nobody was stepping forth, where the local government wasn't doing anything, the state of Mississippi certainly wasn't doing anything much, and of course the federal government wasn't doing anything to really help there. But entrepreneurs who had a vision and who are making money based on that vision, employing people and generating higher wages and a pride in their city, did come through. So it's important to remember from the Austrian School of Economics point of view that it's entrepreneurs who made the world and all of its positive impacts possible for us. And it's entrepreneurs, not the government, that's going to solve the problems and it's going to have to clean up the mess that our government in Washington, D.C. and state capitals have created, and of course what the Federal Reserve has planned for us in the coming months ahead.